That man got my back. And it feels different, you know? I mean, he's always there for me. Like, it's crazy. It's not a moment where he won't pause to, like, make sure I'm good, you know? Or it can be creative, you know, advice, you know, whatever. He's just there for me.
The boyfriend of that woman is now behind bars. Savannah Police have arrested Terrell Akeem Nelson for the murder of his former girlfriend, Cantrelle Hayes-Ross. He's now facing murder, aggravated assault, and parole violation charges, all in relation to this shooting. At midnight, just before Thanksgiving, SPD responded to that scene based on a shot spotter notification, but it was too late to save Contrell from her injuries. Nelson has an extensive criminal history and prior run-ins with law enforcement. The most recent charges, dating back to 2018, records show he was just released from prison in 2021 after serving 3 years for armed robbery and aggravated assault, along with some other charges.
If you want to know what a motherfucking boss looks like, bitch, you looking at one. A bitch that handles big business.
Chantrelle Ross was a remarkable woman, a driven entrepreneur who built a daycare, friend zone learning center to help struggling mothers in her Atlanta community. She was a leader for so many, balancing her work with her dreams of using her construction degree someday. But while she was busy lifting others up, her personal life fell into the hands of a 31-year-old walking red flag named Terrell Nelson, a man with 10 arrests under his belt and a career spent perfecting the art of being a bum. Despite his lack of credentials, Contrell fell head over heels, seeing potential where others saw chaos. She supported him, encouraged him, and even helped him reconnect with his children. Unfortunately, Terrell's gratitude manifested in asking her to delete social media posts about him, calling her ugly, and telling her to kill herself. True romance, right? After enduring his vitriol and recognizing his love for what it was, pure toxicity, Contrell finally dumped Terrell. But men like him don't take rejection lightly, especially when they realize their biggest supporter has seen the light. On Thanksgiving Day 2024, Terrell showed up uninvited at Contrell's daycare, begging for another chance. When she rejected him, he responded in the only way a fragile, self-absorbed man-child could, with violence. Enraged by her refusal to take him back, Terrell shot Contrell multiple times, leaving her to die in the very place where she had poured her heart into helping others. This tragic story isn't just about the monstrous behavior of a man like Terrell. It's also about the desperation that led Contrell to give him a chance in the first place. A woman as accomplished and kind-hearted as she was should have never entertained someone so unworthy of her. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads.
You're the best godmama ever.
Huh?
I think you're the best godmama ever.
Really?
Yeah. Best auntie ever. Yes.
Thank you.
No, she's my stepmama.
Because I'm buying your phone?
No, because I love you and I adore you. Best auntie ever for all the love and support. Even though you don't behave, but okay. Yeah.
Even though what?
Even though he don't behave, but okay.
Contrell was the kind of woman communities dream of, dedicated, hardworking, and tireless in her mission to uplift others. Running her daycare, Friend Zone Learning Center, wasn't just a job for her. It was her calling.
Thank me later. Walmart, baby. No, I lied. Dollar Tree.
She wasn't just the teacher. She was the chef, the bus driver, the counselor, and the occasional babysitter for mothers in crisis. Her 12-hour workdays left little room for anything else, but the smiles of the kids made it all worth it. Her personal life, however, was another story. Finding a man who matched her drive and ambition was always a challenge for Contrell. While she was deeply passionate, hardworking, and full of energy, not everyone saw her beauty the way her close friends and family did.
I say shit like, oh, we're all ugly to somebody. I shut the fuck up because, bitch, I'm not ugly to a motherfucking soul. I may not be your type, but I'm not ugly. So to be ugly to you is wild. I don't agree with that.
When Terrell Nelson came along, she did what so many strong women do. She ignored the glaring red flags and decided to see the potential. Spoiler alert, there wasn't any. Terrell Nelson wasn't just a bum, he was the bum of all bums. Living off family and friends, his resume included over 10 arrests, featuring charges like armed robbery, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm. Oh, and let's not forget that charming detail about being accused of murder in 2013. Sure, he was acquitted, but not before a neighbor's eyewitness testimony painted a grim picture. A man like this would make most people run for the hills, but not Contrell. Perhaps it was her big heart or her belief in second chances, but she gave him one. In February 2024, they made it official, with Contrell proudly posting their Valentine's Day date. The romantic getaway included Taco Bell and a motel room, true love in the eyes of someone who deserved so much more. On social media, Contrell's post showcased her excitement for this love, while offering unsolicited relationship advice. Date night every Friday night. Food, lights, music, and lingerie, she wrote, alongside photos of Terrell looking visibly annoyed and disgusted. Friends whispered about his obvious disinterest. One friend commented, "There was always something about him. His aura was dark, but Contrell stayed blind to the signs, pouring her energy into helping Terrell. She supported him emotionally, helped him finish a job training program, and encouraged him to reconnect with his children. A good woman like her would have made most men step up. But Terrell? He couldn't even fake gratitude."
I was mad in fucking school. Now I'm trying to dodge the sin. Just walk out the lavish stove.
Shoot, 12, 15. You want to bust off your life? All you gotta do is get it with me. I already know you was smoking your cigarette.
By the summer of 2024, the cracks were too big to ignore. Contrell finally admitted that the man she loved didn't feel the same. She publicly called him out on social media, describing how drained she felt. "I poured out my cup so much for him, and now that my cup is empty, he won't even give me a sip back. I feel used and abused." Meanwhile, Terrell played the victim, leaving passive-aggressive comments like, "Be good, God bless you." But his so-called peace didn't last long. Without Contrell's emotional and financial support, the reality of his uselessness quickly set in. Contrell, meanwhile, moved on. She focused on rebuilding her confidence after a relationship that left her emotionally battered. But while she was working on herself, Terrell was stewing in his anger and plotting his way back into her life. On Thanksgiving Day 2024, he showed up at her daycare uninvited, demanding another chance. Contrell, knowing her worth, told him, "Hell no." Instead of walking away like a grown man, Terrell proved once again why he was never worth her time. In a fit of rage, he pulled out a gun and shot her multiple times, killing the very woman who had tried to save him. In the days following her murder, her family and friends were left shattered. Contrell's stepmother wrote on Facebook, "You took my stepchild away from us. You took her away from her daycare children who loved her so much. She was a daughter, a sister, a mother, and now we'll never see her again, all because you decided to shoot instead of leave. You are a coward." On December 1st, 3 days after the murder, Terrell was finally taken into custody.
Savannah Police have arrested Terrell Nelson for the murder of his former girlfriend, Cantrelle Hayes-Ross. She was just 34 years old. Her family heartbroken by this sudden loss and relieved that Nelson is now behind bars. Savannah Police say Cantrelle Hayes-Ross was shot to death on Thanksgiving morning at the daycare center she owned, Friend Zone Learning on Augusta Avenue. SPD responded based on a ShotSpotter notification, but it was too late to save Hayes-Ross from her injuries. This man, Terrell Nelson, is now facing murder, aggravated assault, and parole violation charges in relation to her shooting death. Nelson is no stranger to law enforcement. This is the 10th time he's been incarcerated. His most recent charges back in 2018. Records show he served 3 years for an armed robbery and aggravated assault, also in Savannah. Nelson was on trial for murder after turning himself into police back in 2013. Nelson and another man were charged with fatally shooting a man on his front porch back in 2013. Both men were later acquitted. Police haven't yet said what the motive or the circumstances were surrounding this shooting. Hayes-Ross's family says Cantrell was passionate about her career, and they're devastated she lost her life at the place she loved so much.
She decided she just wanted to go into the child care field, and it went from her being trained in child care to her wanting her own daycare. She said, "My mama do it." I didn't hesitate. I knew she was going to do it. And these kids were her life. They were her life.
Her family held a candlelight vigil and balloon release this weekend to honor her memory.
She was an outgoing person. She was real live, always the fun of the bunch. And she just was a great person all over. There wasn't nothing she wouldn't do.
Her family says they're thankful for all the prayers and support and for helping to get Nelson's photo out there on social media. They say this is just the beginning in their fight for justice, but at least they have a start. They're urging the district attorney not to make any plea deals with Nelson, saying the punishment needs to fit the crime.
Cantrell's family may have been relieved, but the damage Nelson caused was irreversible. On November 30th, her loved ones gathered outside the daycare to release balloons in her honor, a bittersweet tribute to a woman who gave so much and asked for so little in return.
I want to start off by saying, praise God. As most of you probably did, as I did, I went strolling through Cantrelle Facebook page, and I seen a post that she posted 5 days ago. And it says, praise God, Timothy chapter 4. And I just wanted to say something about that post that she made. It gave me some comfort reading it and knowing how she felt within her heart. This is a video. Out of Timothy chapter 2, the verse 11 says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. I know she knew the Lord. Yes. That's where I find my comfort. She never left without saying, Auntie, I love you. Never ended a conversation without saying, Auntie, I love you. She was always supportive. She was going to be there. If you needed her, she was there. Anytime I called her, my answer didn't never go unanswered. She always answered for me. When I think about her fighting a good fight, it's basically talking about the struggles and the challenges that she was facing, but she stayed in faith. She kept the faith because she had an unwavering commitment to God. She finished the race because she's completed the journey of life here on earth. I know that she's in heaven with all the loved ones that we miss dearly. And I know that we are all going to see her again. I ask that you keep everyone in prayer. If you were her friend, you were family. So everybody in prayer. And I just love her so much, and I miss her already. And I pray that that power is caught for taking her from us. Yes.
All of you know that Cantrelle had a beautiful smile, a beautiful personality, and she had a big heart. Our last conversation was a long one. We stood there and we chatted for a long time with her telling me about a family she was helping. There was nothing that you could ask her to do for you that she would not do. She had such a big heart. I just want the person responsible for this to be caught. If you know where he is, please turn him in. This is not right. You have taken someone from this world who had a big heart and who loved others as herself. So please do the right thing. Turn yourself in, or if you know where he is, just turn him in. Don't let this go unpunished. Thank you.
We love you, Cantrelle!
As Ross's family prepares to lay her to rest on December 13th, they are left wondering how such a bright, ambitious woman could fall victim to a man who was so clearly beneath her. Contrell deserved better than to be remembered as the victim of a bitter, insecure ex. May her story serve as a reminder of the importance of self-worth and the dangers of settling for anyone who doesn't see your value. Rest in peace, Contrell Ross. You deserved so much more.